Yeah, this Mojave is here in Spaceport on Plain Crazy Saturday. All these young engineers out here working on different projects have their own planes that they're experimenting with, and then a lot of one-of-a-kind planes come so people can view them from 10 to 2. Here's a one-of-a-kind one-seater. Wasabi. Well, Elliot, looks like you got a pretty good turnout today.
We did. I'm real happy with it. I think the idea of the event is to bring together the people that are just psyched out of their minds about all this weird airplane stuff. And as I look around, you know, we're not seeing spam can stuff. We're not seeing typical airplanes, right? We're seeing the hardcores. We're seeing the guys that are doing the cool stuff. The guys that are living and breathing and doing aviation, which is what this valley is about, which is what this airport's about, which is what has sort of been the backbone of Mojave, of the Air and Spaceport.
How many of the young engineers out here have one-of-a-kind planes?
So, at Scaled, there's 150 engineers in the company, and we average about 50% have their own airplane or airplane project.
Isn't that great?
About 70% are pilots. And then about 80% play with the remote control airplanes, so it's a pretty high percentage.
Sure. Now the remote controls, are you going to run those later today?
So we did RC stuff last night.
Yeah.
And we have the building tonight for the banquet, so I wouldn't be surprised if some RC stuff shows up. Last night was fantastic. We had 68 rubber band models compete in an endurance contest. Dave won, clobbered everybody.
Really? What's the secret?
You have to be awesome.
Well, you gotta be Elliot's buddy.
Yeah, good. So you're gonna have a pretty good crowd tonight, huh?
Awards banquet tonight. Melville's gonna talk. He's giving a talk that he's only ever given one other time. He's gonna tell about his history and flight tests, so that's gonna be awesome. We got a little live music, and we're going to hear about the records that got broke this week. There were 11 record attempts,
really?
6 successful records broken.
Really?
And so we're going to get a little details on how those records went, and give out some awards to the best experimenters of the year.
Good.
And it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited.
Good. Well, Rosamond News will be there and covering it, so
all right,
we'll get some good news out of it.
I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Right on.
Yeah. As Elliot said, a lot of these planes are experimental and belong to young engineers who are building spaceships. Oh. Okay, and you own that plane that broke 4 records.
Yes, I've had it. It actually first flew in 2005. So.
First time. So it's a one-off.
Oh no, it's a Lancer Legacy, and there are several hundreds of them. But it has a larger engine. It has a TSIO 550, which is twin turbo engine, and it's actually now has a specially built race motor.
Uh-huh.
So it's develops a lot of horsepower.
So what records?
Well, we broke 2 time to climb records and 2 3,000 meter speed records in 2 different categories. In the category 1C or C1C and category C1B. So we got the time to climb and the speed categories in both of those.
Uh-huh. Have you been trying to do that for a while, or?
No, we just thought about doing this, maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what brought you to flying? Are you a military pilot?
I was an Air Force pilot, airline pilot.
Oh, I see. So this kind of prolongs your love of flight.
Yep, that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I was able to do.
Uh-huh, lucky you. And are you from this area, or?
No, I actually live in just north of Atlanta, Georgia, Roswell, Georgia.
Okay, all right. And you flew out here for this?
No, the airplane's actually been out here for about 1.5 years. I flew commercially out, but I'm going to take it back home with me.
And use it for the weekends or something?
Well, yeah, fly it and do stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks very much for talking to me, and I'm going to go over and take a few pictures of the plane.
Okay.
Pilot for this aircraft, Mr. Farnsworth, was Elliot Seguin over here. He's on hot demand today for interviews. The plane set 4 records, and Elliot was the pilot. And Mr. Farnsworth said that Elliot has been flying the plane for the last couple of weeks and knew all the power settings and stuff, and so they let him break the records. This is the oldest flying 1936 J2. It's home based in Tehachapi, and the sign on the prop says it was the 9th one ever built. Here we go, that's good.
Judy at Voyager Restaurant donated this basket.
Uh-huh.
It has 2 bottles of wine, a sweatshirt, a Voyager sweatshirt, and a Voyager t-shirt.
Oh,
And we're going to have the raffle at 2.
at 2 o'clock sharp.
You win.
So do I, and how's the turnout today?
It is fantastic.
Yeah, I
We
see.
have about 35 rows of airplanes. Just airplanes from one end of the airport to the other.
Uh-huh, and from all over. I've been talking to the
Yes.
pilots, and they're...
Yes. This
they're
airplane's from Oregon.
uh-huh,
Yes.
that's good.
So they're from everywhere. And some people actually flew in commercial from as far away as Norfolk, Virginia.
Virginia, sure.
Yeah. So it's an exciting time. Elliot Seguin has done a wonderful job.
Uh-huh, that's good. And how many are going to be at the banquet tonight? Do you know?
No, they have sold over 100 tickets already.
Oh, okay.
So we're
that'll be
hoping
good.
for 150.
150 people.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be good. You guys do a great job here.
Fun to hear Mike Melville.
Yeah, again, that's right.